Hi, my name is Kira Laurent, and this is my training project. This is my audience. This is my mom, Amy, my sister, Mia, and her boyfriend, Devin. And they're going to be sitting across from me and watching me do my instruction. So, like I said, my name is Kira, and I'm a student at UCO, and this is going to be my project. So, audience, today we're going to be making something very yummy. And before we begin, let's do a quick icebreaker. Has anybody ever had an experience where they tried to make something new that it didn't really work out for them that well? And if you would like to share, please do.
Well, I got a new mini brownie pan from a Pampered Chef party several years ago. And instead of only baking it for a few minutes, I made it like the brownie mix called for. And I had brownies that were very hard and not edible.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that happened, but that can happen a lot when you're trying to make something new. I personally have burnt many things, not as complicated as brownies, but just trying to get more comfortable in the kitchen is hard sometimes. But that's okay, because today we're going to be doing a very easy and simple peanut butter cookie recipe. So you won't have to worry about burning anything. Okay, so we are gonna roll up our dough. So you want these to be very uniform because they're gonna sit close together and they need to have room to expand and get to a cookie shape, and they don't overflow on top of each other. So they all need to be looking very similar. And I can't do this. I can't. Okay, so you are gonna want to roll up these balls in the palm of your hand so they look about like that and like these ones. You want to space them apart of 1 to 2 inches from each other. And you want to do that so they cook uniformly and evenly all the way through. Okay, so this recipe is going to make about 16 cookies. You might have a little more, you might have a little less, just depending on how big you're making your cookies or just how it ends up happening. It doesn't have to be perfect. This recipe is very easy and simple for a reason, but you can probably get about 16 from it. So we're just gonna keep on rolling them up, making sure they're all good. And we got about 17, I believe. And so here's what they look like. You can see them. Okay, so this is the optional fun step. You don't have to do this. This is just something that my family and I have always done. You're just going to get a large fork and press into the cookie in a crisscross pattern, just like that. And this doesn't do anything but look good. And I mean, it might help cook a little bit better, but mostly just something fun you can do with your family, and it gets everybody involved. And anybody can do this from about any age, so it's just something we've always done, and it just makes them look cute. And I think it's something that everybody does with these cookies, because I saw online that a lot of people make, like the picture was always with these crisscross. So I thought that we were being unique, but I think it's just how they are made usually. And they're kind of just sticking to the parchment paper, but you can push that down a little bit. Okay, so here's, squish that one a little bit more. Here's how they look. Oh, well, here's how they look. Very cute. Now our oven has been preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, so we can go ahead and pop them in. Alright, so I think we are ready to put our cookies into the oven. We are going to get our oven mitt so we are being safe and not going to burn our hand because the oven is very hot. Okay, so our cookies are ready to go. We are going to put them on the top rack sideways so it's easier for us to grab it and they cook better. So there they are in there. Okay, now we're gonna set a timer for them to cook for about 15 minutes. So I'm gonna have one of my audience members set a timer for me. And while we wait for them to cook, we're gonna have some discussion and answer some questions. Now while we wait, we're gonna have a discussion about baking. So I'm going to ask my audience some questions. The first question I want to ask is, how do you feel connected to baking? And I want all of my audience members to be engaged. So Mia, would you like to share how you feel connected to baking?
Yeah. Well, I feel connected to baking because me and my mom always bake together. We've made many cookies and different cake recipes, and a big staple for us is dressing for Thanksgiving or Christmas. We've been making that same recipe for as long as I can remember, and everybody loves it. It is a family staple.
Yes, my favorite.
Yes.
Okay, Mom, would you like to share how you feel connected?
Yes, well, I grew up baking with my mom, which is y'all's grandma, and we made peanut butter cookies. She also made snickerdoodle cookies. And her mom, which is my grandma, is the dressing recipe maker. So I kept it going through the family. And Mia is my taste tester at Thanksgiving. So we usually make 2 batches of dressing. And before we add the egg in, we always do a taste test. And we have to either add a little bit more sage or a little bit more poultry seasoning to get it just right.
Yep. Very true, very true. Devin, do you feel connected to baking or some type of memory of baking?
Well, my mom started this tradition where we have some sort of cake, whether she bakes it or not, for our birthdays. And I have 4 brothers and a sister, so I mean that's a lot of cake per year.
Oh yeah. Okay, so our next question is, would you rather bake something homemade or buy it from the store, and why? Mia?
Well, I think there are positives to both, because if you buy something from the store, you know it's probably going to taste really good, and you don't have to buy any extra ingredients or have time set to prepare it and cook it and all of that. But if you do bake it yourself, then it's more personal, and you put effort into it, and you really care about it, you put love into it, and it makes it better.
So would you say that you would rather buy it from the store or make it from home?
Probably make it from home, just because it's more personal and everything.
Okay. Mom, what about you?
I agree with Mia. Both have the advantages. It depends, I guess, on the situation. If you have time to make something from home, but a lot of times when you're taking something, they would rather you buy it from the store than make it from home. Like for schools, when we would bring cupcakes to parties, they would rather you buy it from a store. But I think I prefer cooking, baking it at home. You can add special things to the recipe, make it how you want. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
baking it at home is better.
Very good. You brought up some good points. What about you, Devin? Would you rather buy it or make it?
Personally, I would rather buy it,
Yeah.
but I would say I make a mean ramen noodle.
Very nice. Very nice. So, what are some of your favorite dishes? Doesn't have to be sweets. It can be anything. Mia?
Well, I am more of a savory, salty kind of girl. I don't really crave sweets as much as I do like fries and stuff. So one of my favorites is probably Mexican food, like burritos or beans and rice and things like that. I really love Mexican food.
Me too. Mom?
I also like Mexican food, but one of my favorites is pizza. I like Papa John's pizza. I'm thankful there's not one in Choctaw. We have to go drive to get it. They don't deliver where we live, so.
Okay. What about you, Devin?
My mom makes a lot of food, but one of my favorite dishes of hers would be, she really makes some really good burritos. Like, typically had carne asada and pinto beans and lots of cheese in it. And she typically fries them, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Okay, so this is going to be our last discussion question. What is a memorable, funny, cute cooking experience you have? So, I wanted to share one. My sister and I, when we were kids, we were really into making Kool-Aid for some reason. Like during the summer, and we would make a huge thing of Kool-Aid, and I feel like we made a lot of mess. Just spilling red and blue Kool-Aid and sugar and trying to clean it up before Mom and Dad could get home. So, just kind of fun thing. But Mia, do you have a memorable cooking?
I do. Every year we make Christmas cookies, but these past few years we've been decorating them with icing and getting all the piping bags and the different colors. And last year we actually made our own icing, and that was really good. And we had a little contest to see whose cookie would win, and my cookie did win, so I think I did pretty good. So, but I love making cookies with everyone, spending time with the family, especially over the holidays.
Me too. What about you, Mom?
Well, I think this past Christmas was a lot of fun. I know it's the same story Mia told, but it was a lot of fun because we made our own icing. I don't know if we've done that before. It was like royal icing. And we had a contest, and Mia did win. So hopefully in the next few years we'll all be able to keep doing that tradition.
Yeah. What about you, Devin?
I don't really have a memorable cooking experience.
That's okay. I know that you cherish your mother's cooking and y'all have memories with that, so that is good. Well, thank you all for sharing. That was a really good discussion. It goes to show that something in our lives that are so simple, we have to do it every day, we gotta eat, can have significant meaning and be fun with our family. Okay, so our oven just went off, so we are ready to get the cookies out of the oven. Gotta make sure that we have our oven mitts and our pot holders so we grab it and we do not hurt ourselves. And let's go ahead and get them now. Be very careful. And then we are going to leave them, turn off your oven. And we are going to leave them on top of the stove for about 3 minutes or until they are cool, because they're too soft right now. If you try to pick them up, they're just going to break apart. So you want to make sure that they get harder and you don't want to burn yourself either. So we will be waiting for them to cool down. Okay guys, so for the most exciting part, we are going to be having a pop quiz. Yay! So everybody has a pen and paper, and so they're going to write out their answers. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Devin, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Question 1. What do you do before making the cookies? So there is more than one answer to this. Just think back to all the things you need to make sure you have prepared first. Okay. Give you guys some time. Are you guys ready? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Question 2. What do you preheat the oven to? What temperature? Fahrenheit answers only. Because I don't know what it is in Celsius. You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. Question number 3. How many cups of white sugar do you need to make this recipe? All right. Are you guys done with your quiz?
I am.
All right. So let's go over the correct answers. Question 1. What did you guys get? What do you do before making cookies?
You wash your hands.
True.
And you preheat your oven.
Yep. Yep. Did you get that answer, Mom?
Yes. Wash your hands.
How many seconds?
20 seconds.
Bonus points for Mom. Okay, what do you guys get for question number 2? What do you preheat the oven to?
350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Correct. Did everybody else get that answer?
Yes. 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay. Question number 3. What did you guys get? How many cups of sugar?
2.
2? I don't know. Does Devin have the right answer?
No. It's
No.
only 1 cup.
Well, sorry, Devin. You're gonna have to look over your recipe card sheet a little more
I got a
closely.
66.
That's okay. Now you know. Okay, guys. Thank you for participating in the quiz. You all get a good grade.
I got a 66.
You all get a participation grade. So now I want to ask any feedback that you would like to give me about the recipe, any of the instruction, if I could have done anything better to help this process for you. Just share your comments.
Well, I think you did a wonderful job at explaining everything and showing us the ingredients and showing us exactly what to do. And I'm glad you included washing your hands because that is very important, especially right now. And the recipe itself is very easy and simple to follow. There's only 4 ingredients, so I think it is perfect.
Well, thank you very much. Does anyone want to add anything else?
I think it was very clear as to what you were doing. You had all the ingredients out. And it's simple, easy to do. So it's a good recipe.
Thank you very much. And stop. Devin, would you like to add anything?
Even with my lack of inexperience, I feel confident I can make these cookies.
Very good. Thank you very much, guys. All right, here are our cookies that we made. They look very cute. You can see the design really well, and they are very, very good. And thank you guys for being such great audience members and answering my questions, and I hope that you guys had a good time.
We did.
And thank you guys for watching.
Okay.